So last night, Clint Eastwood was going to speak at the Republican National Convention. He was their surprise speaker. My main hope going in was that I wouldn't hate him afterwards. I was like, please don't say anything too obnoxious. It's totally okay to disagree, but just don't say something crazy. Well, it turns out that was not the issue. By the end, I was like, please stop talking. And not for my sake, for your sake. Oh, it was embarrassing. It was a rambling speech, and then by the end, you got a sense of why Clint Eastwood doesn't talk that much normally. Okay, he went out there, and you know what he did? He talked to Invisible Obama. In fact, within 5 minutes, within the middle of the speech, there was already an Invisible Obama on Twitter. It already had 2,600 followers in 5 minutes. This morning, Invisible Obama has 41,000 followers. Now, here's how Eastwood talked to Invisible Obama.
How do you handle it? I mean, what do you say to people? Do you just, I know people were wondering, you don't have it, okay. Well, I know even some of the people in your own party were very disappointed when you didn't close Gitmo. And I thought, I think closing Gitmo, why close that? We spent so much money on it. I thought maybe it's an excuse. What do you mean, shut up? Okay. I thought it was just because somebody had a stupid idea of trying terrorists in downtown New York City. Maybe that was it.
Look, it was hard to tell where he was going and where he was coming. At first, I was like, wait, did he get more closed or not closed? And then you figure out, no, he wanted it open, and he didn't want to try the terrorists in New York. Okay. And the prop of Invisible Obama just kept getting weirder and weirder. And of course, he didn't exactly know Mitt Romney's positions. Oh boy, let's keep it going.
I know you were against the war in Iraq, and that's okay. But you thought the war in Afghanistan was okay. You thought that was something that was worth doing. We didn't check with the Russians to see how they did there for the 10 years. But there's I'm not going to shut up. It's my turn. So anyway.
But wait a minute. The Republicans are in favor of the war in Afghanistan. Mitt Romney wants to stay in Afghanistan longer. So he's against Romney's position here, too. And believe me, we're giving you the best parts. The rest of it was just stumbling, bumbling, fumbling. Okay, well, he's not done yet. Here you go.
All these promises. And then I wondered about, what do you want me to tell Romney? I can't tell him to do that. Can't do that to himself. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. You're getting as bad as Biden.
What's great is that, as I'm watching this, I'm cringing because I love Clint Eastwood. And I don't mind that he's a Republican. I think Kelsey Grammer, I've talked about this before, a terrific actor, Republican. I don't care. I'm not like the Republicans who are like, oh, Sean Penn, I'm never going to watch another movie of his, right? I'm going to keep watching Clint Eastwood movies. But as he's going, I'm wincing. I'm like, don't do it, dude, Clint, don't. Meanwhile, the audience is eating it with a spoon. They're like, oh, he's talking to an invisible Obama. Oh, he's such a stitch. And then he said, go ahead. Oh, golly gee. All right, here's something else that he unfortunately screwed up here. Let's watch.
And I think that Mr. Romney and Mr. Ryan are two guys that can come along. I never thought that it was a good idea for attorneys to be president anyway, because it. Yeah, I think attorneys are so busy. They're always taught to argue everything and always weigh everything and weigh both sides.
Yeah, weighing both sides. What a disastrous way to go. Are you ready for this? Mitt Romney went to Harvard Law School. Same place Obama went. Oops. Who vetted this speech? There's reports that behind the scenes, the Romney people were wincing. Paul Ryan, they would cut to him every once in a while. He was like, oh, please stop. Please stop. One final clip for you guys.
All right. I'm sorry. I can't do that to myself either. So, anyway. Let's see.
Mercifully, that was the end of it. I know what you're thinking right now. I'm not sure that Clint Eastwood can be unforgiven for this. What am I, Tim Pawlenty? So, listen. He's a more complicated character than that. He's a really interesting individual. Look, first of all, he's pro-choice, pro-environment. I love that there's a significant contingent of the Republican Party now that's anti-environment. Anyway, he's pro-choice, pro-environment. He's pro-gay rights. When they asked him about gay marriage, he said, I don't give a fuck. So he's not just a Republican robot. He's, in some ways, when they asked him, hey, whose philosophy do you agree with? He said a combination of Milton Friedman and Noam Chomsky. Okay, so everybody bring it down. He's, a little, later in life these days, and he's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. Listen. And so I still got love for Clint Eastwood, and I'll tell you what, that was definitely the most memorable part of this entire convention. And he somehow managed to make Invisible Obama the star of the Republican National Convention. So Obama, in one way or another, whether he's visible or invisible, will dominate both conventions. So for that, thank you, Clint Eastwood.